aromatics, one of the things that we know about aromatics is that they have more than one bond in them. Okay? So a benzene ring is an aromatic, and it's a 6-carbon ring with 1 hydrogen atom at each carbon because there's alternating double bonds in them. And so we call it C6H6 because there's double bonds in it. It is unsaturated. So it's really important that you know what constitutes unsaturated or saturated. We've seen it repeatedly through our notes. It's a point to make sure you're aware of. So aromatic is there because, lo and behold, they have a scent. So what are things we know have a scent?
Candles.
Candles have a scent, and we call those what? Aromas, right? Or aromatics, right? What else do we have? Cookies? Well, they do. Chocolate has an aromatic in it.
Oh. Wow.
What else do we use personally? What do we use personally?
Body wash. Shampoo.
Body wash, shampoo, deodorant, perfume. Those all have scents in them. Anything with a scent has an aromatic in it. Okay? So, benzenes are very specific that they're 6 hydrocarbons with alternating, double bonds in them. Okay, so they're cyclic, there's 6, and there's double bonds. Okay, can also look like this. It doesn't matter, it just has to be alternating. So whether you start here and you go down or you start here and you go up, it doesn't matter. But typically what you'll see in a benzene ring, this is a very standard way of drawing it, is like this. Okay, shows you that there's double bonds and that it's unsaturated. This is really important to note. Aliphatic hydrocarbons are anything that's not a benzene. Okay? They don't contain, okay, they don't contain a benzene ring. So they have alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, so still the double bonds, and they still can be cyclic, but they're not a benzene ring. This is really important. When a benzene ring is a side group, it's called a phenyl group. And it's a side group when there's 7 carbons or more. So you still have to pay attention to the longest chain. Okay? So let's look at an example. So here's one example. So this indicates what? Just this shape alone indicates benzene ring. Okay? So what are our 2 side chains? How many carbons are in our side chains? Let's start there. In this one, how many carbons are there?
2.
Right, there's one here and there's one here. What about this one here?
4, 2, 3. 9. Yeah.
This link right here is just the link, the bond to join from this carbon to this carbon. Okay? So what do we call this group? what do we call this group?
Ben.
Oh.
Like the P one.
Propyl.
Propyl, yes.
There's that three.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh, 'cause
one,
there's three, yeah.
2,
What's
3.
4, bro?
Okay,
Ben. Butane.
so then how are we going to name this? How do we start counting?
That's propyl.
At the propyl, does P come before E?
No, never mind.
Okay, so we're going to start alphabetically. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go the shortest distance to the next one, not this way.
I think I should flip one head.
So 1, ethyl. And what did we say this structure was? Benzene. And it's written as one word here, propylbenzene. Okay? Any questions on that one? Okay. Whew. So number 2 looks like this.